Hey, Tone, we're live.
Live again? Great.
It's Better odds. Oh, I love it.
Welcome, everyone. We're live at
Uh,
almost 5. Close.
You know what? Yeah, we close. We did what we could. We were yapping about
Nonsense.
food town, singles night in the 80s at
In
the
the 80s.
Groceria.
It's real shit.
That was like when the Happy Days it was after they jumped the shark, literally, and Fonzie started dating that chick with the kid, and he met her at the grocery store, and he throws the cart into her, and he says, she's like, "Oh, you look like a hood."
Think about it, though. Back then, I mean, you can go to a market now. There's one or two hot ones. The rest of them are brutes. I mean, let's call it what the fuck it is. They're dressed sloppy. They're eating bonbons and shit like that. Come on. But back then, there were no dating sites. None of that shit. Everybody was getting laid. Everybody. Now they got guys on. And all this is all porn talk that you read off these, that they're trying to impress women they watch a porno movie and they think that's real life. That's how warped these people are. And they spew that shit out to like just regular women. I think, I know this is going to work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
That's just a warm up.
We digress.
Yes.
All right. I don't want to lead. Tone.
Yes.
Well, we had a fun day Saturday. If anybody was hanging out, gave out winners, and Uncle Tony. Now, this isn't every week. We all get it. We know how this game works.
I wish.
12-0. 12 wins, 0 losses.
Yeah.
This weekend.
15-1 on the week.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd like to tell you every week's going to be like that, but it's not.
Man.
But you know what that does do? It gives you a nice cushion for when that shitty week comes. And it's coming.
Yeah,
it's coming.
It's coming. We should talk about that Thursday. Let's we'll do a little research so we have the numbers, but about, public sort of weeks in different sports. Well, I mean, college or NFL. And we should do that. We'll do that on Thursday.
Okay.
But we have college football tonight.
Yes. And I got some props for you too.
Ooh, we'll save those for a minute.
We will.
We'll try to keep this. Let's try to keep this one, tight. Right.
Got it.
And then Thursday we'll go long, and then Saturday we'll do our illegal streaming of college games. I don't think it's actually illegal. Like, we only have it on for like a few seconds, so I don't think that's wrong. But no one's complained yet. So
no. The operative word being yet. I'm waiting for the cease and desist email to come across. No, they don't care about that. I think ESPN's doing okay. I think they'll be okay.
And it's like, I'm sure. I think we'll be fine. So anyhow, chronologically speaking, we can't talk enough about last weekend, and we'll talk about some of those games and some of that stuff. Probably do more of that on Thursday. Any highlights of the weekend. But let's just jump in. Like tonight, we got several games tonight.
Correct. All right, so let's start at the top with New Mexico State and Liberty. And this game, gun to my head, I'm not betting this game. Gun to my head, it'd be Liberty. I don't like the number. It did open. Just check a few spots. I believe there were a couple. Yeah, there were a few. All right, it opened 11. This is at 4-1-1.
Hola, Russell.
Russell, how are you, my friend? Opened 11, down out to, I believe there was an 8.5. Yeah, it went down to 8.5, and then it got smashed, and right up to 10.5.
Wow.
That's when I say that numbers are important. They wanted to get this under 9, and then bet it, and that's exactly what was done. Truth be told, I did bet this game. I didn't give it out. No, because I didn't want to say it because I couldn't get it out to my guys. There was one place that had it for a second.
Got it.
They had it at 7.5, and I missed the 7.5. Meaningless. The difference between 7.5 and 8.5 might be worth 12 cents, no more than that. With that, and I bet I laid the 8.5. Not for anything big because it was only one spot.
Yeah.
But this game at this point, this number is not going to go anywhere. You may see late. You might see some take back on the plus 10.5. I would assume. That's what I would do if I was looking at this game from the outside in and I was late to everything. I'd take a small shot plus 10.5. I don't think this number's going anywhere. I don't think they're going to give anybody a shot to lay 10, and I think the majority of the betting is over at the number that I mentioned on Liberty earlier a few moments ago. The 8.5 was the number. 7.5. There was some 7.5s. I think circa might have been. Oh no, they opened higher. Let's see. Yeah, see, then the place that I bet at is not even listing the proper number. I know the number I laid, and they're not even listing it. So this is another thing with these line histories. Let's talk about this while I have it up. There's numbers that are available throughout the week that the books don't want you to know that they made a mistake on. This is one of them. I know for a fact that FanDuel and others were down at 7.5 on this game.
Mm-hmm.
It's listed nowhere in their odds history. All they have, both these places now, is 9.5. They don't want you to know because they don't want you to know what the entry is. The proper entry was, rather.
Right.
So you can't attack this live because now you don't know. You're saying, well, you know, that their lowest, they were down to 9.5, and that was it. That's bullshit. They take those numbers off. Those bets are taken down as far as on your odds history. If you're using a screen, they take it down from the odds history, so you don't know where the number actually was. Not all of them do that.
Sure.
These two in particular do it. Let's look at. Let me see what Jazz on the Street has. Yeah, they're another one. They were down to 9, I know it, and they listed their lowest point at 10. So the majority of them are doing this because they don't want the public or anybody else, for that matter, to see. Well, they were down at 7.5, and now they're at 10. So if I can get a 7 live, why don't I take a shot at that early on? They don't want you to know any of that. That's information that they want to hide from you. Anyway, that's that game.
Mm-hmm. Stand by. Let me switch up before you go to the next game. Go ahead. Okay. Rock and roll.
Think it's easy working with me. Arkansas State, South Alabama. Open 7.5. It's 7. This is not going anywhere. The 7 was laid, plus 7.5 was taken. Makes sense. There's, you know, if you like Arkansas State, take the 7.5. You can find it. If you like South Alabama, lay the 7. There's not a huge discrepancy. There's not a big, a huge move on this game. 7.5 is worth what I talked about a dozen times or more. So you can take that for what it's worth. I don't have an opinion. I do have an opinion on the game. I'm going to leave that alone. But depending on what you like, number wise, forget about who's playing. It doesn't matter. I said this 1,000 times. I don't know. I came up with 2 props. It took me 11 minutes on this whole card. It's all about numbers. I don't know who these players are. I never heard of them before. But you'll see. Why would you have? I don't know any of them. But you'll see they'll win. Because it doesn's matter. It's stuff's people like to, and I don't care who they are. It doesn't matter. And some guys, there's some really good handicappers. I mentioned this before. But they're not handicapping players, I could tell you that. They're handicapping numbers. And, there's guys that want to mention players and that because it makes them sound like they know something that you don't know. They don't. You can find, everybody has access, relatively speaking, to the same information. You could find all this stuff out. Now winning at a high level, that's a whole different story. That requires years and years of experience. It is what it is. I lost for a long time before I became proficient in this business. And it wasn't a year. It wasn't 5 years. It was a long time. I got my dick knocked in for years. I did. That's nobody will tell you that. Nobody admits I talked about this before. Nobody admits to going broke doing this. I went broke a few times doing this shit when I first started. So, oh, I forgot. Billy Walters admitted it, that he went broke more times than he remembered. But he's the only one. Apparently, none of these guys on Twitter ever went broke, but Billy did. Take that for what it's worth. All right. Florida INT in Western Kentucky. Let's see here. I will.
I'm interested in that total.
Let me look at my book. Hold on. Let me open this up. Might as well open this up, right?
Maintain eye contact.
I'm trying. I can't look at it. Well, let me. Like I get a book stand now too.
Yeah, a little easel.
It's bad enough my green screen's out of stock. Damn it. All right. Let's see here. So, Western Kentucky opened at circa 8.5. I'm sorry. Opened 8.5 across the market. Circa opened at 7. It's up to 10, 10.5. I gave you the wrong game before. I didn't bet the Liberty side. I apologize. That's not the game I bet. It's always good. It's always good to have a notebook out and know what you actually bet. I didn't bet that game.
No, you just said you had you said if you had that was a gun to your head.
Yeah.
Type of a thing. You said right. That's all. That's
all right. Okay. The game I bet that I couldn't get out is Western Kentucky. I just, I bet it's small. There's only one place that had it. Let me see. I want to use see if that example stands as far as the. All right. Okay. So the odds are up. The number rather that they were down to is up at the place I bet it at. Okay. Anyway, this game is gone. 7. There were some 7.5s available. It's up to 10.5 now. So there's only really one bet to make. If you realizing that the number was 7.5 or 8.5, and it's up to 10.5. There's only one way to bet this, and that's the plus 10.5. You certainly can't lay 10.5. If you feel strongly about Western Kentucky, lay 10 if you want. This is what it is. You got to really be careful with these numbers, especially on these, the midweek games, if you will. These numbers are pretty good, and as they should be, because they have, more time to focus on this stuff. Yes, all the numbers come out Sunday afternoon, and by Monday the card is filled up as far as from an odds perspective. But they have, an extra couple days to work on these for this scenario Tuesday game, and they get these numbers pretty good. You said the total, Joe? You looking at the total? Mm-hmm. It's not where I want it. It's an under for me. If I would have bet this, it would be under. It opened 57.5, down to 55.5. Okay. And I wouldn't bet this just for the reason I talked about many times, that anything below 56 at that point, I'm not touching. Now, if you get something live, maybe in the first 5 minutes of the game, now you can bet it. If either one of these teams score early in the first few minutes, you'll get back to 56.5. At that point, you could bet the under if you'd like to. But at 55.5, it's no bet for me. It's through a key number from 57.5 to 55.5. I wouldn't touch it. Delaware State and Jacksonville. This would be. This is too many points for me. At 3, plus 3, I'd bet Jacksonville State. I see 2.5s up. The opener was 2, market wide, 3 at circa, down to 2.5. So if you want a small bet on Jacksonville State, plus 3 only, not 2.5, might be worth a little something. Let's see what this is. This is Wednesday night. You know what? It's kind of a weird game. Yeah, you know what? I don't think I'd bet that game, to be honest. The total is at 57.5. open 57.5. There's nothing there. Yeah, don't touch that game. Leave that game alone. It's not worth anything.
Get away from that.
Get away. Stay away. Just say no. Just say no.
Nancy Reagan's on that game. She just said, just say no.
Just say no. All right. UTEP. And this is a bad game.
Oh, man.
UTEP and Sam Houston State. Jesus.
You know this game is going over. You know this teams are dropping 30. The winner's dropping 30. I'm not suggesting anything. It's just so bad. Like, when you're a bad team, you have to be so excited to play a shit squad. Like Kent State, right? Like Kent State had to be looking at their schedule and said, "Oh my gosh, UMass is coming to town."
Finally a break.
Like you had to be hyped.
Yeah. This is a game. These are two really bad defensive teams. Sam Houston State can score a little bit. UTEP, not so much. That's why this total's low. 3 opener down to 2.5. This is enough. These are two lousy games on Wednesday.
Bad.
Just stay away. You know what? Just pretend there is no Wednesday this week. You'd be better off. Do anything, but don't bet either one of these games, in my opinion. I mean, maybe something will shape up tomorrow. I don't know. It's not something I need, that's for sure.
For real.
It looks like, if you really want to bet a side, as bad as UTEP is, Sam Houston State is worse. So if you want to bet a side, I guess you could lay 2.5 with UTEP, but it's a game I'd leave alone. I wouldn't mess with it, to be honest with you. There's nothing there.
When there's nothing there, there's nothing there.
No. This is a better game. Uh-oh. What the hell happened to my screen? Give me a second. Got a mind of its own. Just reloaded for some strange reason. I don't know why. Let me get back to where I need to be. College. All right.
I'm assuming you're said, oh, this is a better game. You're talking about Tulsa, East Carolina.
Better game to bet, not necessarily a better game. This is all public East Carolina money.
I'd imagine.
At 17.5. So now, in essence, you're laying 20. Are they 3 touchdowns better than this team? I don't know. Maybe. But from a betting perspective, it's another shitty game. The best I could tell you, it's not a game I'm betting. I can tell you that. This is all public money on East Carolina. And I get it. Tulsa's not any good, but you don't have to be any good to cover 17.5, to stay within 17.5. No vig to bet on both sides. They're laying 16.5, taking 17.5 because they're a bunch of pussies. Well, I'm just, they're arbors. Everyone in there does the same thing. I mean, I'm not even going to talk about who they have trading. It's fucking asinine. I don't even want to talk about that.
Let's not.
Who their head trader is.
You'll tell me off the air.
I will. God. It opened 16.5. It's up to 17.5. It's no bet for me. Gun to my head, I'd take the 17.5. Pinnacle's at 17 minus 03.
We're going to have to put a suicide hotline thing in. There's so many gun to my head games this week.
It's all
just
trash.
For something to talk about. It is. Yeah. It's bad.
It's a bad card. Probably the best card of midweek is tonight, to be honest with you. I looked at Delaware a little bit. I don't know. I like games where there's some action, where the numbers move and something's going on. There's nothing going on with any of these games. And I see why, because you have one game with both teams stink, this UTEP game. East Carolina is far better than Tulsa, but are they 20 points better? Probably not. Not
Delaware, Western Kentucky last week. That was a pretty wild game.
Yeah, I don't remember it, to be honest. Is that I don't know what the final. I'm so
It was like
over
20-24, but it was just kind of
yeah.
a wild turn of events during the game. No, you're probably thinking of there was a couple wild ones. Like there was a couple 99-point games last week.
Yeah.
2.
That's why I'm trying to stay away from totals for the most part. College basketball is coming up in a few weeks. Well, a month, I guess, right? About a month?
Barely.
So totals are far different there. Totals are bettable there. For the first, but usually the best time to bet college basketball is November, December, the two best months, and January.
Let's say January. I like when they get into the conference play.
Yeah.
And then it dwindles off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. November and December are the easiest months to bet. But these totals, and they've been good this year, but I've picked my spots. I haven't. In years past, I used to bet solely totals and nothing else. Yeah. And you can't do that anymore because you get your brains knocked in. So I kind of limited it, picked my spots, and it's been really good. I'll give you the numbers. If I can pull them up real quick. I got to get into my Excel sheet. Come on. All right. Baseball, I'm done with. I'll give you the final numbers. That's over with. I had a prop last night. Yeah, lost. Baseball's great. Yeah.
You were, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say you were 57% in baseball with an average combined baseball with an average price of -113.
Yeah, it's right around there. It's the sides were 58.4 at -103 and totals 57.5, 57.6, -113, 40 units. I'm good. College football so far. Oh, WNBA. I don't think we have. WNBA, I stopped betting it after a while. WNBA 8 and 4 sides, 23 and 11 totals.
Oh.
So you're at 66%. Small. I know everything's a small sample. Yeah, but I do this every year. Sooner or later, the sample has to be sufficient, I would think.
Yeah, at one point.
Plus 1453 and done. I didn't bet any of the playoffs or any of that. College football. Come on, baby. Sides 16 and excuse me. 16 and 13. It's 55%. You know what? That's incorrect. I don't have. Right. No, it's not. I don't have this weekend's games in.
Well, that's pretty easy.
Yeah, that's leaving out a pretty large swath.
That's
what?
That's a significant overlook.
Yeah. So I'll post that up on the site. I'll post it up on Twitter when I get the numbers. I just have to add in the college. The NFL's a different deal. So when I get those up, I'll post them up on Twitter. I just neglected to put them in the sheet. All right. So that's that. College football back at the ranch. Friday night. Louisville and Miami, Florida. It's a good game. It's
Should be.
A good game.
I mean, good enough.
Yeah, I think I don't think my Louisville can play with them.
I wouldn't think so.
No. Am I going to lay 14? No, but I'll lay 13. It's 13.5 now. Open 13 up to 13.5. I don't see any 14s. It's a wait and see for me. I'd like to get a better number if possible. But yeah, Miami's the real deal. That's a good football team. So that's a wait and see. Nebraska and Minnesota. Nebraska opened 4 at circa, 5.5 market wide, up to 8.5. It's a big move. Through 7. And I see why. The public's going to be on Minnesota. So, but the game is beat up. It's done. The move's been made. Once you get through 7, it's over. In a game like this that opened 5.5, just forget about it. Move on. San Jose State and Utah State Open 3.5. It's 3.5 everywhere. I see a 3 at 411, which is bookmaker. 3 minus 17. I'm sorry, Bet Chris, not bookmaker. Yeah, I don't. 3.5. This is just a game that, it's 50. This is a 50-50 type of deal. So if you like San Jose plus 3.5, bet 3.5. If you like Utah State, lay 3. That's it. There's nothing there for me in this game. Total open 64. It's 64.5. Insignificant move. There's nothing going on there. Let's go back at the Nebraska Minnesota total. This game, I want to check the weather on Friday. This is the type of game that could be affected weather-wise. So it opened 48. It's in between. It's a tweener. Nothing, 48 to 46.5. Insignificant. Doesn't matter. So I have an idea that this may be some kind of weather situation. I don't know. You know what? Let me pull up the site that I use real quick if I can find it.
But Tony won't tell you what site he uses.
No, I'm not. You know how much free game I gave this? I gave everybody enough free game that if they never listened to me again, they'd be profitable if they paid attention.
That's
and there's
true.
guys that sent me DMs said, thanks for the info.
Yeah, well, hey, at least you're getting recognition. That's nice. People say thank you.
I try to help, but I can't give everything away.
A guy on TikTok.
I could, but I'm not gonna.
A guy on TikTok messaged us and he said, hey, thanks for all you guys do. Because he asked about something specifically. And it was a lean on one of the games, I guess Thursday or Friday night. I don't remember which, but that was the 99-point game. There's so many games. I don't remember which one.
Oh, the over, right? He was looking at the total.
Yeah, 57.5. And then another put him on the right side of something else that night. And he was very happy. And I was like, good. That's good. Show, stop in, share, do the whole thing.
Yeah, I want people to make money. I don't want people to lose. I really don't.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I'm not giving away the house either. I give you what I can. And you'll win enough with the stuff that I give you. Imagine if you for $3 a day you'd be fucking you'd quit your job by now. New Mexico State. What was the game I was looking at? Let me find it now.
You wanted to go back to Nebraska and Minnesota for the weather.
Yes. All right. So not there yet. Chance of rain. Light winds. Nah, it's not what I'm looking for. Not what I'm looking for. Now, that could change. These are early. They haven't been updated yet, I'm sure. Friday night, everything gets updated for Saturday. I had a weather game on Saturday, which was, oh, boy. Let me look. The game. I don't remember what the game was, but it won. It was an under. Rain.
Oh, was that the Charleston? In Charleston.
Yes. Charleston and where the heck is it? Charleston. I forget who they were playing. And Tennessee Tech or something like Kansas and Tennessee Tech. Was that what it was?
No, it was Tennessee Tech at Charleston.
I see it. Tennessee Tech and Charleston under 58.5. Yeah, that one pretty easy. And that
it was a little. It got that little squeaky near the end, but it was just fine.
Yeah, the first half was kind of maybe this wasn't so good, but yeah, it won. So yeah, I don't
like everything else this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing we got lucky on was the UCF game. Plus 10.5, they lost by 10. Everything else was pretty decisive.
Notre Dame was dicey for the first half.
Yeah.
We were watching live, and you're just going, this team sucks. We were killing CJ Carr on Saturday.
Oh God, yeah, we were. Let's see if let me see what I could give you here, weather-wise. Here's one early. I give you this one. Let me look at the number first. This is North Dakota State and Indiana State. I got to find it. I see what's going on weather-wise, but I do not see the game. I'm looking. Indy State. The heck is it? Give me a minute.
I got all the time in the world.
Yeah, no, it's true. Where am I going? I got nothing to do. I'm going to assume this is. It's not. It won't be an FCS game. You know what? 13-mile-an-hour winds. A little bit of rain. Let me see what the number is. This is a 1 o'clock game. I didn't toggle my time properly.
You time toggling motherfucker.
Yeah, it's me. What can I say? I'm glad that time toggling. I'm better off time traveling when I used to. This thing's working. All right.
I think you may have time traveled 15-1 last week. You just threw the one in, like, hey, I don't want to you got to throw a couple when the teacher thinks you're cheating.
That's not going to happen. Yeah. I wish it was that easier. Not easy, but that won't happen again for a while. It happens like once a year, maybe twice a year.
Mm-hmm.
In all honesty, I don't see it. So I'm going to assume this is an added game, which won't have any numbers to it. It's not an added game. Oh, there it is, an added game. Yeah, there's no numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I couldn't even guess at the number. Just keep that in mind for possible weather game. Right now, the rain is. They're talking about maybe 59%. On Saturday, it's a long way away. That could change. I don't see anything else.
Weather-wise.
Yeah, I'm going to wait on these because then if the sun shines, I'll be I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't want to deal with that on a Tuesday. All right, we'll leave that alone. We'll circle back. There's a couple more that start at 3 o'clock. What time are we doing the show Saturday?
Whenever. 3-ish. I like 3.
All right, let's do it 2:30 so I can get these games in maybe.
Well, we went 3 to 6 last week, and that was just fine. I had nothing else to do. So
yeah. All right.
We had fun. If you didn't watch, I mean, we had a good time.
We did have a good time. I enjoyed the Saturday show.
Yeah, I agree.
Enjoy it.
So we got one more. I don't know if you neglected it on purpose, but
I did not.
Friday night, UNC at Cal.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going on in North Carolina. They got players there. This is all California money. And look, there's going to be a week where Belichick gets these guys straightened out and he gets that bitch off his ass. Well, that's what she is. I mean, I've been there. I've been with them. So that's what I call them. You call them whatever you want. Money grubbers. Call them whatever the fuck you want. What they are at the end of the day, they're bitches. So, you know what they really are? I'll tell you what they really are. When that thing ended, I was miserable for a couple months. They're sociopaths is what they are. Because I was looking at a list. I'm like, I just Googled top 10, what's the word, Joe? Top 10 traits of a sociopath.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
And I'm going down a list. I'm checking. Yeah. All 10. All 10. I said, wow. That's her. So that's honestly what they are. Bitches. I don't like that word.
Yeah, I hear you.
But sociopaths, that's what this one is for sure. Anyway, minus 10, open 11.5. I would need 10.5 to even think about it. It's down to 9.5 at FanDuel and Lovig. And at Hard Rock, meaningless. Hard Rock, don't take a bet. Lovig does, part of Bet Online. These other ones, Bet Rivers, don't take a bet. MGM, I ignore. They don't take it. None of these places take a bet. on these half these regulated places, I can't even bet. I can't open an account at. Never mind bet there. They won't let me open an account. I've tried before, and they see my name, and it's over. It's over.
I remember like 2 years ago, and you had a handful of like nickel props, and I think you went like 1 and 2, but were on the right side, and then you were limited to like $25.
Yeah, I called. I guess it was maybe 365 or one of them. I don't know. They're all the same. And I said, "What's my max bet?" And they're all the same. They all start the same. Bet whatever you want. I said, well, "How much? 5,000? Whatever you want." I said, "Why don't we start at 2,500? We'll take that all day long." I said, "You sure?" Okay, good. All right. 2 days later, it was $25 I could bet. That's real shit. And then by the end of the week, I was gone. Done. Finished.
Yeah.
I got sent to these places. That's why I don't look at those numbers, because they're meaningless. They don't take sharps. None of them. Not Bet Rivers, not MGM, not Hard Rock. If they see me coming at the Hard Rock in Atlantic City, they close. They shut the fucking the thing comes right down from the ceiling. The gate comes down. They don't take bets those places. Come on. Anyway, Callan, North Carolina. I don't know. I have to see the team win a game first before I even consider betting on them.
Well, especially crossing the country, 10:30 start on a team that is clearly disappointing. I would think the players feel disappointed to some degree. Yeah, it's something to watch, I guess, but beyond that.
No, they have to at least win a game. I watched one game that they played, and they looked horrific.
Well, they looked really good the first drive against TCU and then lost by like 40.
That's the game.
Yeah.
I was on TCU on the money line, from what I remember. And I'm like, shit, this is going to be a long night, because they went right down the field. And I don't think they've gone right down the field on anybody since.
Well, the script worked. The script worked against TCU, and then for 5 minutes.
Yeah, and the rest of the game, I'm like, is this the same team that first drive thing? I don't know what's going on there, because they have players there. He's a good. He can recruit. You just name recognition. They'll want to play for
alone. Bill Belichick wants to talk to you. I mean, you're taking the call, obviously. Yeah. That was the game too. There was all the UNC dignitaries were there, and I almost felt bad. I really did. I mean, I kind of felt bad for him. I was like, oh boy.
I don't know how you straighten that program out now. I really don't. Did have to maybe. I'm not in the locker room. I don't know what the headset is on these guys, what the mindset is rather. But you probably have some guys that gave up a week or two ago. And that'll permeate through the locker room. Then you got a real problem.
Yeah.
Now the school president or whoever in charge of that, the athletic director, says, "Now we're staying with Belichick, this and that." And Belichick is, we're going to turn this thing around. You better start turning shit around real quick, because you're halfway through the season and you stink so far.
Well, it's like, you saw the running back. I forget his name. He was committed to Penn State, and he decommitted. So I'm not really sure what a commitment is, but he decommitted. Right? Well, you committed, right? Like, oh, I decommitted. It's like a divorce. I decommitted to this.
That's thrown around pretty loosely nowadays. So yeah, I'd certainly have to see. You know what I would do?
Tell me.
If you see a decent half out of this team, then you could do something maybe with a second half total. But they have to show something other than that they can't win a game. So you got to put together a decent, let's start from you got to put a decent half of football together. You got to show that you can at least compete, because they haven't been competitive yet this season. So that's step number one. If they show that they can compete on the road, going cross country, then I'll look at the second half. I'll see what the numbers are, and then maybe I'll make a bet. If I do, I'll post it up on Twitter. That's the best I could tell you.
I mean, they got smoked by TCU. They had 2 wins. They beat a meh Charlotte team 20-3. They beat Richmond 41-6. Then they lost 34-9 to UCF. Then they lost 38-10 2 weeks ago to Clemson.
Yeah. Yeah, something's off there. I don't know. I would assume that on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively, the coaching staffs are solid. I mean, this guy's not a schleb, this Belichick. He might be a little distracted, but or a lot distracted, but he knows what he's doing. So I don't know what to think about this team. But I'm not going to risk any of my money
Right.
on a chance that they may have turned it around. No.
Well, I mean, you look, here's their schedule. Just FYI, I don't see a lot of wins. There's probably 2 or 3, maybe at Cal, then home again against Virginia, at Syracuse, and then they host Stanford. So there's a win on the schedule.
Yeah.
Then they go to Wake Forest, likely not winning this game. Then they host Duke, and then they go to NC State. So I mean, maybe NC State you could score some points, but there's not a lot of wins here. I mean, this might be maybe a 5-win team, maybe if everything breaks right.
What are they, 2-4 now?
They're 2-3.
2-3. Yeah, so we're halfway through the season. I don't see a lot of wins there unless a different team shows up.
Yeah, well, who knows? Maybe the Cal trip does something. We'll see. I'm kind of curious to watch. I mean, I'm certainly not rooting against them.
No. What do I care?
From fan perspective.
I was always a North Carolina basketball fan growing up. When Jordan played there and others. So James Worthy, yes. Yeah.
And one of my favorite players ever, Mr. Sam Perkins.
It's quite a team when you think about it.
Oh, look, Russell's heading to the Syracuse UNC game, he says.
Oh, you going, Russell? All right.
Nice.
All right.
I played the UNC golf course. It's called Finley. It opens with a par 3, which is an odd thing. And it was very cool. It was cool. Davis Love III. The clubhouse is neat. It's all the Carolina blue. They got really cool stuff. A lot of the stuff that it's in the pro shop. It was so cool, like a duffel bag, but you can't buy it. If you didn't go to UNC, you can't buy it. You know what I'm saying? But the course was neat. Tony, I'm telling you, it was impossible. It had rained. Tee boxes were almost casual water. And I played 58 golf courses this year. The only score I didn't post was UNC Finley. The rough, it was 4-inch of Bermuda rough. If you missed a fairway by 1 foot, you're never finding the ball.
No, you wouldn't find whacker. The ball. No.
It was unbelievable. I was like, this is impossible, this place. And it really isn't. It's a neat golf course, but 4-inch Bermuda, not really playable.
That's what makes the pros so good, is that it doesn't matter where they hit it. They could hit it in the middle of the woods. It doesn't matter. Wherever they hit it, it's irrelevant because they'll get up and down anyway.
If I had hundreds of people watching, I probably would have posted a decent number. But after the third ball you hit and miss a fairway by 5 yards and you can't even find the ball,
I would have walked right off the course.
Fuck this.
That would have been it for me. Forget about it. Get it. I don't know. I was reading about Tiger Woods and his most recent surgery, I guess.
Yeah.
A week or 2 ago. Shit, if that's what it does to your back, I'm not going to attempt it again. I'll tell you that much.
I mean, he put a hardy move on the ball. I mean, he's changed his swing 3-4 times.
When you swing that violently, and he rarely missed a shot. Let's call it what it is. And you do miss, you can really screw yourself up. When you swing,
I gotta show you this picture.
That's his third or fourth back surgery.
Oh, and I saw, I got to show you this picture. It's unbelievable. Here you go.
He's been with
I'll
plenty of
share it.
sociopaths, by the way.
Oh my goodness. Look at this picture. This is unbelievable. When you see this, it's literally insane. This is Tiger Woods 5-iron. Can you see it?
Somewhat, yeah.
I mean,
actually, his actual. Oh, Jesus.
That's his 5-iron. Look, he never missed.
Yeah, so that's what you're talking about. These guys, they hit it in the same spot every time with every club. It's not, very rarely do they hit bad shots. And if they do, it doesn't even matter. That's what's so frustrating. That's why I would never play again, because no normal people can do that. Regular people can't. If you're in the woods, you're in the fucking woods. You either got to throw the ball in a fairway. I never went in the woods. I never went and fuck that. I never went in the woods and chased the ball ever. I'm like, you know what? Fuck
I hit the same tree on Saturday. I hit the same tree twice and was like, I'm taking a big number here. I took an 8. I missed the fairway. I hit a tree, hit the tree, comes back, hit the tree again. I was like, I could have went sideways, but I'm not doing it. I'm not going out sideways. What do I care?
Yeah, no. I mean, in the rough, fuck that. Put it in the fairway. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to break my back.
I do it with the wife. I just say, oh, that's a great shot. And I just, knock it out over to the fairway.
It's like Trump's caddy. Come on.
Yeah. Well, when I was at Whistling Straits, the caddies were really cool. And they'd hit a ball and they would go up and find you. And I go, oh, that's a great lie. He goes, yeah, fun management. I'm like, all right.
That's a good term. I like that.
Yeah, listen, if you're at a resort and you're paying, $500 to play a round of golf.
Well, hold on a second.
All right. What's happening here? What the hell's happening here? My phone is on silent.
I'll call you back. You would think I hang up on you once, you'd get the hint. Nah, not my brother. Nope.
What's the family's different?
And when I try and call him back, he won't answer.
That's the best.
Yeah. Where are we? North Carolina.
I don't know. We've gone so far off the rails.
Oh, I know where we are. It's prop time. That's where we are. That's where we are.
Let me write this down. I got to write this. Oh, shit. I lost my pencil.
If I can find it again. Here we go. All right. Wrong paper. All right. Let me just double check this. I don't want to give you bad info.
Are these props for tonight?
These are props for tonight, damn it.
Okay.
These are props both for the New Mexico State Liberty game. I just want to double check them. Yes, I did these fast. Give me a minute. I just want to look at one thing.
Okay.
That's good. Hold on. Let me look at this. This is where the problem could be.
I need the Jeopardy music.
Oh, we that low rent this show. We can't even get the music.
I don't want to get sued.
We're really in trouble. All right, hang on a second.
I've been hanging. The whole world's hanging. Russell's hanging. He's
hanging there, Russell. I don't want to give you some dead information. I think I got this backwards, but let me look. What else? Talk about something, Joe. Tell a golf story or something while I straighten this shit out.
I have a great event tomorrow. Broken Tea Society at Union League National down in Cape May-ish, New Jersey. Place is amazing. They moved 1.3 million yards of dirt redoing this place. They moved they said 200 trucks a day for over a year to sculpt this place. They wanted to make it the second best course in New Jersey. I don't know if it's that. I've been there. It's very cool. Tomorrow, 27 holes, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'll be gone for quite a long time tomorrow. And I'm playing with a guy. I'm playing with a guy that I've never met. He's a 2 handicap. I hope he doesn't get upset with me with my 9 handicap. That'd be fun. Maybe meet some new friends. I like to go to his course. It's very nice.
Where does he play again?
At Tavistock. Nice club in Haddonfield, New Jersey. I guess it's technically Tavistock. It's like a town inside of a town. It's very nice there. If you go a mile the other direction, not very nice.
All right.
Hold on. Let me go back to the solo layout for Tony and his props.
All right, let's deal with this one first because this is solid. New Mexico State, Fife, passing yards, under 229.5. That's good. That's Fife for New Mexico State, under 229.5 passing yards.
Where do you get Fife?
Is that it? What the hell is his name? The fuck do I know?
Oh, Fife. I'm thinking you're saying Florida International.
No.
Fife. The player Fife. I got it. I was confused. All right.
I wouldn't know Fife from stall numbers. All right.
We got to do the drum and fife, like the guys at Solid
Drum and Fife.
Drum and Fife when they do the Colonial League.
I want to check this.
That's a great show, by the way.
What's that?
The Solid Verbal. They do the college football. They go live at midnight after the games on Saturday. I don't know when these guys. Where do you get the energy?
Yeah, I don't know. All right, hang in there 1 second. I just want to make sure this other one. I don't like this other one as much. Yeah, fuck that.
All right. So we got.
I was going to give you Liberty receiving yards. Yeah. I was going to give you this other Liberty wide receiver receiving yards, but on second, no, forget that. Get rid of that. Just the New Mexico State Fife passing under 229.5. This other one's a scratch. That's it for that. What else we got? Oh, a little baseball. Let's just look real quick at the baseball.
So Russell, let me pull that up. I was waiting to pop that up. Russell, Jays Mariners games have been crazy. I told Tony this the other day. I said, I watch more baseball in the last couple of weeks. I swear that I have all year. I swear I saw 6 hits.
Yeah, I bet a pitching prop last night in the Mariners game, and I'm like, what am I doing? You know, you don't know if these pitchers are going to go 5 innings or 2 innings.
Yeah, it's
and
true.
This was something in between 3 innings, and they took him out. So there's nothing there anymore. It's coming down the home stretch anyway. There's no reason to bet on this, but if you'd like to, I could tell you what's getting bet.
Okay.
Milwaukee needs this game, clearly. If they go down 2-0, the series is over. The Dodgers are a much better team, much better hitting team, better everything. But this is Milwaukee's chance with Peralta to get to even the series, and then they have a shot. If they lose tonight, forget about it. It's all over. This is the Brewers or nothing. It's a 50-50-ish type of game. The game opened at 126 down to 118-ish, 117-ish. The total may be, look at the total. Yeah, you know what? Bet the over. The over is the better bet. The public's on the under, of course, because they saw a couple under games. They don't know any better. Bet the over.
What's the number?
7 over 18. 7 over 18, 7 over 20. That's the way to go. It's better than the side. I do think this is Milwaukee's best chance to steal one. I hate to say steal one when you're talking about a championship series, but they're up against a much better team here. And they played well, Milwaukee, but I think this is an over. This is an over and nothing for me. Nothing crazy, but if you want to make a little bet, watch a little baseball, that's the way I would go. 7 over Call it 7/20, -20. And that's that.
So
Did I forget
Russell's
anything? Yes.
Well, no. Russell just says I've been betting my guy Josh Naylor on the Mariners. He's a Toronto kid, so he's back at home and he's lighting it up. They play tomorrow. We want to get a little foresight into tomorrow's MLB.
Let me take a look.
Blue Jays Mariners at 8:08 p.m. I don't know the pitching matchup.
Bieber and Kirby opened -131 Seattle. And it's little Seattle money rather, up to 135 -$1.35. Total 6.5 under 30 open, up to 7 flat. And Russell mentioned Kirby, huh? Let me see if I could find something. Let me see what I could find. Oh, I won't find anything spelling it like that, that's for sure. All right, let's see. Let's see if anything's out yet. No. Well, maybe. Let me see. So, yeah, there's nothing up yet. I'm not getting anything yet. As far as the main lines are concerned, you know what I'll do? I'll put up some props tomorrow if need be.
Yeah, cool.
That's a 8 o'clock start. I'll do that in the morning if I find something, if I get sent something. Just looking at it for the first time now. Oh, I don't need that. Oh,
Russell chiming back in. Russell says,
Russell?
This is an absolute mountain to climb for the Jays. Kirby is unreal at home, and now Wu is back as well for Seattle. He's unbelievable too. I will have to take Russell's word for this.
Hey, he certainly knows more than I do about baseball, that's for sure. So Seattle's up 2-0 in the series. Now, clearly Toronto's got to win. Not when I say got to win. If they lose tomorrow, the series is over. So far, they've been overmatched. I haven't honestly looked at the final scores on any of this stuff. So I'm going to do that real quick. Wednesday. So, yeah, they lost 10-3 yesterday.
Yeah.
At home in Toronto, I'm speaking of, and 3-1 on Sunday, Saturday rather. Yeah, they'll drop 2 at home. This could be maybe it's just not for them this year. It's I thought they'd play much better. I thought they'd split in at home certainly. You lose 2 at home, it's tough to come back from that, honestly. Seattle was dogs in both those games, plus $1.43 Saturday and $1.06 on Sunday. Let me see what the
crazy shit does happen.
Yeah, it's sports. I mean, let's see if let's head to head. Let's look at the do they have the pitching matchup here? Yes. Bieber 3-2, 351. That's not good enough. Kirby's been good, 3-2, 230. Yeah, I mean, Russell could be right here. This just may be this might be a sweep. I don't like Bieber. Not that I don't like him. He's up against a better pitcher. He's on the road against Seattle. He lost. He won 1-2 against Seattle, and this is going back. It's irrelevant. It's going back, 3 years or so. But, the starting pitchers in the series: 4.22 ERA versus 3.82 for Seattle. Batting average is about even, oddly enough. Let's see the hitting. That's not populating properly. Bullpen, Toronto bullpen. Not bad. Garcia, 386, no bargain. Sandlin, 2.25. And what about Seattle? Here it is. Seattle bullpen is not coming up. Why would it?
It's par for the course.
Why would it? Let's see. I'm sorry, here it is. So the available for Seattle is 325, the available bullpen, ERA wise.
Russell's checking in again. Russell just says Mariners still have Kirby, Castillo, and Wu, all starters who haven't even pitched yet. And their bullpen hasn't allowed a run in 20 innings. That's pretty remarkable.
Yeah, I'd say. So what do you think, Russell? You think, I guess it's too early to put another starter in if, let's say, Kirby goes, I don't know, let's say he goes 4 innings and the score is tied 2-2. Do they bring it? Or let's say that they're trailing 2-1 after 3 innings. Do they bring another starter in? Do they keep Kirby in? Did they wait for a game 4 where they could maybe, if they do win tomorrow, do they bring a couple starters in? Do they rest Wu? Do they pitch him in game 4? What's going on? I don't know anything about this. You know more than I do about this stuff. Yeah, but I think the better. This is another. It's not doesn't equate properly, but for me to bet on, you got to win something first. I'm not saying Toronto's can't win, but they lost 2 games in a row at home. It happens. It happens.
Sure.
But they've shown nothing. So win a game, and then I'll think about maybe betting you. I'm not betting them against Kirby. Well, they haven't won a game yet. Now that they're traveling to Seattle, a must win. I don't know, Russell. It's not something, it's not something I'm going to bet. You seem to have a better feel for it than I do at this point. So, I think your head's in the right place. Do I want to lay $1.35 on Seattle? Probably I don't want to lay $1.35 on anything, to be honest with you. But tomorrow would be a wait and see. Like I'd watch the game, maybe something live. That's another thing. While I'm on the topic,
sure.
I never really got into it, but I did talk about it. I never got into betting it, but I did talk about it. There's great opportunities live betting baseball because the market, as violently as they move these prices, it doesn't make any sense. Let's just use it because it's staring at me. Let's use tonight's game. So the Dodgers are minus $1.20. Now, if the Dodgers go up, let's say they go up 1-0, let's say 2-0 in the first inning, which is meaningless in baseball. You might be able to take 150 back or more. You might be able to get plus 1.5 runs at a short price, maybe plus 1.5 at $1.10. If you do that consistently, and everything's situational in baseball, but I've noticed throughout the season that the team, a favorite with an early lead, the prices get moved just in crazy fashion, way overdone after an inning or two. I've seen games where a team's up 3-0 in the second inning, and you can get plus 2.5 runs on the dog at a short price.
Yeah.
Now, unless you think this team's never going to score, the dog's never going to score, then don't bet it. But if you think the dog has a chance to score, and with this scenario at the price of the Dodgers currently, it's basically a toss-up game. So if the Dodgers go up 1 or 2-0, and I could take back 1.5 minus $1.10, I'll look to bet that, honestly. I think that's an untouched, more so than not, an untouched angle that you might look at for next year. I mean, that's my opinion. I don't know, but I've noticed in a lot of games the prices have moved just ridiculous. Way out of bounds to what they should be. So that's just my opinion. It's something I noticed. I didn't bet a lot of it, but I did jot some down on paper, and I sure wish I did bet it. What's Russell?
Here's Russell checked it. He says, for example, in game 1, the Mariners starter threw just 30 pitches. Just under 30 pitches. Sorry, just under 30 pitches in the first inning. After that, the entire Mariners pitching that game ended up throwing just 99 total pitches. All their pitchers are elite. That's as efficient as it gets. So that's kind of interesting. You throw almost 30 in the first inning, and then you only throw, less than 70 pitches the rest of the game.
Yeah, and that's a good point that Russell makes. When you're down to, championship series, and not that it's all about, the pitching's not good enough during the regular season, from what I've seen. These guys, the majority of them go 5 innings. Now you're in trouble. Now you got to bring in some guy that's not good enough to be a starter. And if you look at any minor league stats, you'll find out that that's where they get these relievers from. They're not any good in the minors. They're not good enough to come up and be starters, so they're just relievers. And they couldn't be anything else. If you look at their numbers, that's why they're relievers. So if you have a team like Seattle that from top to bottom has solid pitching, they're going to be tough to beat. They're going to be tough. If that pitching holds, they'll be tough to beat. Again, I'm not a stat guy for the most part, and I'm not looking to bet bases at this point. But if I were, that would be a really good place to start. Russell brings up a good point. If you could find a team that has pitching like apparently Seattle does, A through Z, starters and middle and closers, and you can get a price on them, like, if this series was 1-1, then you might be getting a plus number on Seattle at some point. Then you could take advantage of that, knowing that the pitching edge is in your favor. It's a good point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Russell, continues to say when you're this deep in the year, these guys are exhausted. 180 games played in a year. Late in the playoffs, the team that's the most efficient and reduces pitch count has a massive advantage. Yeah, certainly.
It's a good point. Yeah, it's a really good point. Yeah, you're on the ball, Russell. I like that.
Russell.
Real quick, this Dodger, if you're going to bet this Dodger over, I'd bet it now because it's getting hit right now. Let me see. This is at places that, it's going to start getting hit offshore. I'd bet it now. It's up and down. It's going to be 7 over 20. If you want to bet, I'm not telling you what to bet. I'm not betting it, but I'm not.
I get it, but it's still insightful. It's just funny.
It's just guys that they want to make a bet on baseball. They want to watch the game. That's fine. You want to bet 50, 100, or whatever you want to bet. I mean, that's your business. It is getting bet currently at places that matter. On the street, at 411, at wager per head. So places that actually take a bet, not these exchanges. Come on, give me a break. But I would do that. Forecaster 4X has sharp guys in there. No Vig don't have one sharp guy that bet in there, not one. I've heard enough about them. They don't pay half the people anyway. They're fucking stiff operation. I know guys that I don't know personally, but I've heard stories. Guys get stuck there and everything. Stay away from there. 4X.
Right, what we got? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead. So we got.
No, let's say we had a lot of stuff. So we got props tonight. Fife under 229.5 yards passing. That's the New Mexico State QB, and that's we got a couple of stuff you gave out, a little insight here and there. Russell was very helpful this evening. Thank you, Russell, for your contribution.
Thanks, Russell.
And then we'll be back, right? We'll be back on Thursday, do it live. We'll do NFL, and we'll do a little deeper dive in the college card. And then, we'll go live Saturday, of course.
Yeah, and if you want all the stuff when I bet it, TonyCSports.com. Pick it all up there.
Perfect. You get a text message. Tony texts you. Sometimes you text before you even bet it yourself.
I do.
That's
I
solid.
want everybody to have a shot at a number. I mean, I don't want to, a lot of the stuff I bet at the number is going to be gone, and I don't want to do that. So I'd rather give it to, the people first, and then I'll bet it as soon as they, wait a couple minutes and then bet it. But yeah, right to your phone. Can't make it any easier than that.
It's true. All right, friend.
All right, Joe. Good job as always. And yeah, we'll be back Thursday. We'll do it again.
All right. We'll do it then.
Take care, guys. Thanks for stopping by.
Later.